Hello, this is Jeanne Crescenzo, psychic medium and light channel, and this is your galactic forecast, vibrational forecast for the week. There's a couple of different things I'd like to address for this week. And moving into this week, we may experience a lot of revelations, which may lead to a lot of changes, a lot of endings in our connections, in our relationships within ourselves. And we're literally being shifted and changed this week to allow more light and more connection within our physical bodies. So the light body is becoming more deeply integrated with the physical body. And another way of saying that is the light body is receiving a higher voltage or higher volume of frequency of light being held in our bodies. So this is causing a lot of shift in our lives and a lot of movement in our lives. And we're literally being asked now to connect with our higher selves again this week. Seek from the source. A lot of my messages talk about seeking from the source and connecting with the source. And this is a very important thing, whether it be a higher self or a higher consciousness, such as the creator, God consciousness, or goddess consciousness, universe, whatever sacred name that you choose to connect with this higher power. So this week, moving in, we are being asked to take a leap forward in our lives and connect more deeply with our spiritual sources. So this can include movement forward on all levels, including those that we have relationships with. So this movement forward, whether it be due to revelations, whether due to be openings, whether due to be endings, this movement forward is leading us to places where we are going to be connecting more deeply with our soul families. And I noticed that I talked about this last week about needing to connect more deeply with our soul families. This is a very important part of being a starseed. It's very important to connect with those of like mind, those from the same level of spiritual experience, and I even venture to say those who are connected even from the same star systems or the same dimensions. We're all coming together and we're really sort of bringing our blessings to the world. So if you notice in your life right now, if you're connecting with like-minded people, networking, things are sort of flowing together and the right people are connecting with your life because you're being guided not only by your higher self, but this new frequency of light that our light bodies are being infused with are connecting us with those very divine connections that we're supposed to connect with. Excuse me. So this is also leading us to deeper listening, opening up our divine, what I call our telepathic star channels, and really listening to our guidance. That's the part of us that's really healing, is our connections. We are healing our connections. We are healing our ability to listen, to bring in that energy this week and be quiet and really see from another's perspective, see from the perspective, our higher perspective of our soul, and then also view the perspective of others during communications from that higher perspective as well. Learn to see from another's point of view. This will clear the way for any miscommunications that may happen, will also lead to deeper understanding and oneness. So we're getting a lot of help this week from the Pleiadians. So the Pleiadians are all about connecting us to the fifth dimensional plane of pure unconditional love. This is also the plane that I connect with when I'm dealing with connecting with spirits from the other side. So when I think of the fifth dimension, I think of this is the plane where our loved ones are, our spirit guides are, our masters are the ascended masters, our teachers, and even angelic beings that are there connecting and there for us to sort of gain wisdom from, along with the the galactic records, the galactic akashic records, and the galactic records stemming even further from the universe, and then those that connect us with our earthly lives, and all the wisdom and healing that we need to connect to. So what this really is leading to is, yes, we are being asked to restructure many elements of our life. But we're literally being restructured again. Genetic changes are happening. Our light bodies are shifting and changing our physical bodies. So those of you that really resonate with this message or really feel some shifting happen may have experienced some sluggishness in the past week or some energy in the past week that has really sort of brought some of that a lower vibration that we may be carrying to the front. So this may have come across as sort of a physical detox. You may have felt run down, you may have felt fatigued. But this week we're snapping back into our energy, and this is leading to more balance, an incredible place of balance. And if you think of the infinity symbol, that is what's coming to me, that is our place of bringing balance into all areas of our lives, and a greater balance, a greater perspective. Now, during this connection that I do, I frequently connect with the masters, the galactic masters, who have much to teach humanity. Some of it's very esoteric, and some of it is meant to be brought down more deeply into a practical sense and utilized in our daily lives. And some of it is meant to bring us up, lift us up into a different perspective and lift us up into a different way of being. Some of the masters that I've been connecting with recently really want us to understand time, and I would call them the time travelers. And they connect very much with the Pleiades, and there are other masters from different star systems and different parts of our galaxy, as well as different parts of the universe and other universes, and want us to understand time and how we can work with time and shifting the frequency or the vibrations surrounding time, as well as shifting, using vibratory keys. I would call them vibratory keys in dimensions, and they could sort of show that to me as time. Opening portals in time are literally, and what they are showing me is that we're literally being offered an opportunity to sort of understand our own personal vibratory keys that open up different facets of our soul and our multidimensional being. So many of us are being opened up now to what those vibratory keys are, our own personal light language. We have many different aspects of our soul. And that includes not only our human selves and our pieces of our soul that are utilized in this dimension, but in many other dimensions. And we're being asked now to utilize those vibratory keys throughout time, space, and dimension to connect more deeply with different aspects of our soul that allow us to grow in our awareness and allow us to understand that we are more than this physical being in the here and now. So when you are meditating upon this and thinking upon this, you may actually feel a split or a difference in your physical being, in your how you are and how you feel in this physical body, versus the aspects of yourself and your soul self that are still seeking learning in the higher dimensions. So as you become more aware of your senses throughout this process and being opened up to this, just be patient with that and your awareness of the subtle energy, because subtle energy is always changing and always shifting around us. So as we're opening up to that, we're being asked to sort of ground ourselves, not only in the here and now, but ground ourselves in many of the other dimensions and ground our energy throughout all of the major, what I would call the main 7 dimensions. And this really allows us to see all of our aspects, heal with all of our aspects, and really open up the sacred gateways to our soul and all the levels of our soul and our being. This allows us to connect more deeply with our unlimited capacity for not only healing, but for all of the spiritual gifts that we are being given, that we are opening up to, that are unique to us in our being. And all of those might be very different. So instead of using comparison and comparing your ability or your gifts to others, you're being asked to work with the unique connections that you have and the unique awareness that you have, so that you can be a fully functional, dynamic, multidimensional being. The goal is you're going to be anchoring in this light so fully into your physical being that you can literally be a lamp. Many of you will literally be called to hold these frequencies of light and be a lamp in this denser vibration that we are currently living in and currently learning in. So many of you that are being called to work with this energy, you will find resonance with this message. And for those of you that are just opening up and learning about this journey that you're on, your own personal journey, just be patient with this information and allow yourself to go deeper into your meditative connection and connect with the higher source. Connect with your higher self and ask your higher self to bring you clarity on what it is that you need to know now, and what it is in your truth, what it is that your soul wants you to understand, and all the jewels of your soul and the gifts of your soul that want to come in more deeply into this life. So we are being asked to examine that and restructure that and bring that more into balance. So all those facets are coming into balance this week. It may be a longer journey for some, but that is the support we are getting. So I want to thank you for tuning in this week, and spend some time in nature outside, connecting and releasing some of the electromagnetic interference that we get from our TVs, our cell phones, and our radios, and from any outside source that we get bombarded with, to sort of cool our energy down, release some of that energy so we can hear the voice of our soul more deeply and connect with our star families and star guides more completely.